Welcome to High Road to You. This is Mark Stofer, and I wanted to share something with you that I hope will give you inspiration and courage to overcome and thrive. That's what this channel is all about. I grew up in a very toxic environment. I share that quite a bit. And what I've realized, I thought about all of my mom's boyfriends. You know, they were barflies. They didn't have a job. Their car was broke down. They needed a place to stay. They would take over the front room of our apartment, a very small 2-bedroom apartment with 4 of us, now 5, with somebody she would bring home. And, you know, it was just a shit show. A total fucking shit show. And I just recall, you know, there was so much drama. And I remember, you know, they would come in and, hey, how you doing, and all this stuff, and then they would melt into the furniture, right? And then, you know, the TV was on 24/7, and consider doing homework, right? Because our apartment was kind of a hangout, because a lot of the neighborhood kids would come, and we were selling drugs, and we were growing pot in the closet, and we were doing things we shouldn't have been doing at that age. And we were feral kids. There was no parental guidance whatsoever. And the boyfriends my mom would bring home would kind of engage with the partying, right? And one was actually a pedophile. You know, he was going after my sister when she was asleep, and woke up and startled, and she threw that closet door, the slider doors, you know, those closet doors are pretty lightweight. She took it off and just threw it at him. And, you know, he didn't expect that. But a friend from school said, hey man, that guy that you know, my dad won't even let him in our house, you know. And so that's the kind of environment, the toxic environment I grew up in. But what I'm trying to say is that in life, I believe that most people create this drama to avoid accountability. That's the fact. You know, they're not think about nutrition. They're not thinking about physically being active. This channel is about nutrition, physical and social activity, healthy environments, right? That allow you to build a foundation to overcome challenges that we all have and thrive. But what you're in this toxic environment, you create the drama, you create the challenges. What I'm proposing is that you can navigate life and avoid all the unnecessary pain and suffering, and reach accountability, and then have opportunities that you would otherwise not have. But in that cesspool of, you know, drinking and doing things that you know are not going to benefit you in life, and not build the foundation, but instead, you know, just foster a lot of pain and suffering. And so you don't want to feed the beast, if you will. So, you know, life is hard enough. But I propose that if you step back and evaluate your life and decide that you're not going to ignore, you're not going to deny, you're not going to blame, but you're going to be accountable to yourself. For me, I separated myself from that environment, and then I found myself in environments that were healthy, it was a refuge, a classroom, learning, you know, electrical maintenance, and then negotiating and talking with kids in my class, and then what was happening in their life, and then, you know, rising above the cesspool of what I was going home to. And, you know, I had to separate myself from my quote unquote family and people I loved and cared about. And in that environment too, everybody's family, right? It's we're family, we're brothers, we're this, that, or that. And misery likes company. That's what it is. Misery likes company. And when you find yourself in those dramatic situations, you know, you have to see it for what it is. Somebody is avoiding their own accountability to get up, to eat well, to, you know, work, and to earn an honest income. I love my son has shirt, dirty hands, clean money.